She met a boy dog. This is our daughter's first crush. And he sits on the ground and she's sniffing him, and all of a sudden, like, his ears pin back, and he gets super cute with her, and then his owner was like, oh yeah, that's him flirting. He's flirting with her. And I'm like, Winnie, your first flirty boyfriend? It was cute. It was pretty cute. He was such a gentleman to her. My name is Fittest Saghafi. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Right now I'm here in Jacksonville, Florida, training out of CrossFit Tailwinds, and this is gonna be my 3rd time competing at the CrossFit Games. And these are all my, not even all my water bottles. So sometimes when I get out of my car, I have like 4 different water bottles.
Have you ever thrown out a protein shaker because you let it sit for too long?
Oh yeah, like 2 days ago I threw out 2.
Like your suitcases that sit in there for 2 weeks after you get back from a trip? Yeah, we balance each other out in that sense. I hold her accountable to make sure she's getting stuff done, and sometimes I need to pump the brakes a little bit and relax a little bit for her. But really grateful just to be in this journey together down here in Florida. It's been an awesome experience.
Winnie, heel. Good. My dog, she's like the light of our life. She's 1 year old and a month, golden retriever. Winnie, heel. She's always smiling, and she is the exact, if you were to put me as a dog, I think it would be Winnie. She's energetic, she's bubbly, she walks into the room and just wants to be friends with everybody. She's perfect to me.
So my name is Abigail Domit. I'm originally from the Midwest, but I currently reside in San Antonio, Texas, and I recently qualified for my 3rd CrossFit Games. So we'll usually split like 5 eggs, and then we'll each do a couple sausage patties, a couple pieces of toast with honey, a bowl for my blueberries. The only thing that we really kind of measure is like, well, for lunch and dinner, we'll like take a look to just make sure we're having enough of our whatever carb we're eating and meat. But no, I don't count macros or look at it too particularly. I kind of have an idea of what I'm getting in.
She likes to do like the sides, like if we ever make rice or pasta, she's very good at that. I like to make the protein or like the maybe more complicated stuff in my opinion. But,
I live here with my husband Anton, and we've got 2 cats. They're outside right now, so they don't meow too much during this. My cats, they're 6 years old. In November they'll be turning 7. Yeah, I kind of turned my husband and I feel like all his siblings really into cat people, because before this they didn't have any, and now all of them have cats. They're a little chunky. I say when they were babies, we gave them ice cream. We shouldn't have. I feel like that was the moment they became fat. That was the moment. I will say typically when we're eating, and to make the eating go by faster, we usually watch a show. We're really deep in Lost right now.
Really?
Yeah, we're about to start the 5th season. Like, we knew once we started, he's like, we're gonna be in this for a while, and I was like, let's do it. Yeah, I'm currently reading these. I'm trying to get through this one because a friend loaned it to me. It's really good, but we used to live here. It's like a thriller, suspense. I want to get back to this one though, so I was like, okay, I'll take a break from this one, read this one, get it back to my friend, and then get back on this one, because this one's like keeping me deep.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I can get, 20, 30 minutes to just chill out, just fall into whatever I'm reading at the time. Usually once I go in there, my cats are like, oh, us too, we'll tag along. And so, yeah.
What's happening right now?
We're gonna get ready to go. We're gonna go for a run, 3.5 miles. I'm gonna text my friends saying I'm running late, like I always do. And they're gonna be like, of course he's running late. And we're gonna get there, and everyone's gonna be there. And I'm gonna have to explain myself. But it's okay. First thing on Thursdays is we always head to the trails.
I'm pulling in at 9:30. Saghafi sends a text message. I already know what this is gonna say. It's not, where are you guys? I've been here. That's not what it is. That's not what it is.
That's exactly it. Coming! As I'm like just opening the car door. We call it feed time. And feed time is always 15 minutes late from the time that you told her to be there. So anytime we schedule, hey, we're gonna be at the track at 9:30, everyone always turns to me and is like, Fee, be at the track at 9:15.
We're gonna start right here, super easy warm-up pace, and then just slowly increase pace to a still easy pace. It's not gonna speed up very much. I'm just feeling very comfortable and actually treating it as a recovery run. Most people don't do that.
I'm here with Matt Torres, my coach. My training partners are Dallin Pepper and Ty Jenkins, and we train and we represent group camp.
So right now we're running technically 4 days a week. One day is really short, a little higher intensity, and this one's our recovery run.
I'm Matt Torres. I am the head coach at Brute Strength and CEO of Brute Strength.
We stepped it up a notch, but it's important because for Fee, it's a major priority. For Dallin, it's a major priority. And as long as they're taking care of their legs, specifically from the knee down, and progress is showing, then we keep it going.
I had Dallin's heart rate on my watch. Every time we checked in, it was the same exact
And we ran the same pace. We don't have the same paces.
No, we don't.
I
We
think
ran.
my strap went to her watch.
But I felt good. It was still a talking
we were
pace.
talking all the time.
Yeah.
Average drive.
When we're out there running, I see everyone running and laughing together, and they're running off of Dallin's pace. All right, Dallin is, faster than everyone out there. And I just remember passing them as they're circling back, and I just yelled out, heart rate check, and everyone started giggling, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Because I could tell they didn't take it serious.
On her watch.
Should we repeat this so we can get it right?
I was talking actually the most out of everyone. So at a talking pace, that's a zone 2 pace. Didn't think much of it. We come back, we finish the trail, and we all just bring it up to Matt. Matt, the craziest thing, my watch was attached to Dallin's strap, haha. And all of a sudden, he looks at us and just goes complete coach mode, like serious, like I just got in trouble by my dad.
Last chance we all get to ruin a workout. I'm not joking. Unless you guys want to do running by yourselves, do the programming by yourself, do all of it. That's how serious running is. Or maybe you just don't take it as serious. And just stay how you are. All right? Luckily, we get another chance, though.
And so when I got back, and everyone's just relaxing, I just had to let them know and stress on them the importance of what we're doing. This is something that CrossFitters historically have really struggled with. They want to feel discomfort, because if they feel discomfort, then they know change is happening. We can't always be like that, right? And it's actually rare that I program like that. So on a Thursday, with the goal being this, there still has to be some sort of professionalism. It's your job, right? And to make it to the CrossFit Games and to stand on top of that podium at the CrossFit Games, it takes so much mental resiliency. Mental resiliency of knowing I will not have my best days, probably a lot, but it is all that you have to give for that day. And you can't extend yourself too much. You have to roll with the punches. You can't be unraveling at the seams, because then things become short-lived.
So our Crocs here,
So these are new soles. Yeah, they're basically Crocs. Comfort shoes.
9:45. We have this thing where like if it's 10:0, like 10:09, because we always say 10, right? And she's like, she gets excited if it's like 10:09 or 10:07. Goes into double digits, and I get a text message. It's like I'll be there in a few minutes. So incredible. That's 15 minutes is wild.
Yes, so I first met my coach in November of 22.
Let's just put 8 minutes on the clock for it. And then I want to work some shoulder to overhead complex stuff from the rack.
Yeah, I haven't jerked
I know.
in a long time. We'll have to see where that's at today. So that was before the 23 season, which was my first game season. And so we're going on 3 years of working together, but it wasn't till August or late August that he actually had fully moved to Texas. And so now we work together on the daily. There's no more remote, which is kind of how it was before. And so I think that's been a big game changer as far as training.
Are you like kind of doing it day by day?
Day by day, man. Like minute by minute most of the time, honestly.
I don't go in really knowing what we're gonna do. I mean, you kind of have an idea, and then we'll kind of talk, and we'll be like, okay, like I really need to do this today, or like, we kind of know when we're gonna have a big squat day or something like that.
I have an idea on like the split and what we want to work on and what we need to work on. And
It would be like an accessory of like pen lay row and like hip extension, and then I'm like taking a breath, for 2 seconds, and he's like, actually, let's add each set. We're adding 30 GHDs, and like make it this much rest on the clock. I'm like, I need to change my shoes. So right now in the season, especially today, I kind of needed to like build myself up again. I needed to start feeling good again so that in a few days I'll feel good and I can really push where I need to push, and we'll get something out of that. Everything needs to be quality. Everything we do needs to have a very just understood purpose, and we're gonna get something out of it. And that way when I show up in August, I won't feel like just completely exhausted and burnt out from just doing insane training and not recovering.
For lunch. That way we'll digest maybe like around 5-ish. In 2 hours we'll train a little bit. Well, I'll get my own first and only session of the day. She'll get her second and final.
So most PMs I'm here. Sometimes I do go to the gym. However, during that time it's going to be a bit more crowded, so it makes sense for me to train here. It's my time to just like kind of zone in, do my thing. It's usually something that's gonna be pretty mental, whether it's like holding a certain pace on a machine. And so I like to just, zone out in the garage, turn the music up, and just do my thing and go sit in front of the fan and write stuff down. We're going to warm up, and then we're just gonna hit a workout that they actually did this past weekend at Wadland. It was just 40, 30, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40 of GHD, row cals, dumbbell thruster, deficit, strict handstand push-up, and then back up thruster, row cal, GHD. I feel like, because I've been doing this for a while, like showing up to the gym and like knowing what's, like when you're gonna be in pain, like when things are gonna hurt. I feel like when you maybe first start kind of getting into CrossFit, or maybe you're getting a little good, that's something that maybe is a little scary at first. But now it's like such a normal part of what I do that it's just like a thing that exists. And so showing up and being like, yeah, I'm gonna put full effort and we're gonna go really hard. But that's another thing that's really nice about going piece by piece, because sometimes my coach will put stuff in and he's like, oh, did you see what the next piece is? And I'm like, no, I don't look ahead. I don't want to know what the next piece is, because that's gonna affect what I'm doing on the pieces prior, and that might change, you know, I might start, you know, creeping up like, oh crap, like this is coming, instead of like, hey, this is what it is, you know, get started.
We're going to a little coffee shop. My favorite hobby, going to coffee shops. We are at Sago Coffee. How crazy that my name is in the word coffee is like meant to be. That's why we love coffee so much.
Ready for you?
Yes, that is it. And can I do like a cup of water as well?
Yeah, we got water.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Filming you, awesome dudes.
I'm like, why?
We're taking some content for, so I do CrossFit professionally. So I'm competing at the CrossFit Games for my 3rd year. This year I just qualified.
Oh, killer.
Oh, really?
In the older ladies category. That is my Aunt Krista, who will, I guess, also be at the CrossFit Games.
Wow, Aunt Krista.
Ranked
That's incredible.
for her age group, I guess.
That's amazing. That's so cool. Small world. We went to the beach. It was just a beautiful, sunny, 80-degree day, and I go to the beach often. Sometimes I go by myself, which I love, and I also get to enjoy it with friends. Yay! See, I told you she goes nuts. Oh my goodness, we're at the beach. We're at the beach. Today we ended up going just alone, just me, my dog, enjoying the sand and the ocean, and just being to ourselves is something we enjoy doing a lot.
This is what she does. She literally digs to no end.
I feel like the weeks are always so busy, the days are always filled with so much training and just chaos and intensity. That's just our day, a long day. And going to the beach is just that one moment that you could have to just be still and be quiet and be present with the sand and the air and the ocean, and just, it's the thing that makes me feel so in tune with myself and makes me realize just, man, like it's just beautiful to be, like truly just be alive and taking in the sun and taking in pure moments that aren't chaotic.
Okay, so we're gonna get some burritos. We're at Chipotle, get our dinner because we're gonna go to the movies.
Yeah.
So we can't show up at the movies empty-handed, and the movie theater food's kind of wah. The workers are even more wah. So we'll get our whole good meal and go.
Smuggle Chipotle into the movie theater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Operation Chipotle
This
smuggle.
is our typical weekly.
Operation Chipotle. Put the goods in the bag.
Can this just whole thing fit in there, or should I put them individually?
We're about to smuggle this in.
Just because there's some weird stuff in here.
Make sure the dogs don't sniff it out.
They're gonna have guard dogs.
They have the guard dogs anyway.
They have burrito sniffing dogs.
Exactly.
Last night we went and watched The Amateur, so it was pretty good. Rami Malek, CIA stuff. I was craving more of a horror movie, but timing-wise, and then also some of the reviews were kind of which you can probably expect that for most horror movies anyways. Like when you're watching a movie at somebody else's house and they don't turn it up, you know, like it's like not, it needs to be like blasting, you know, like we need the surround sound, like the full experience.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys are missing out here. Like, you might as well not even, you might as well turn off. You might as well turn off.
You're like a cinephile.
Yes. We go to the movies a lot. We went to the movies last night. You got to see what we do. We go, we have our burrito, we have our setup, you know, it's very comfortable, you know, our drinks, and we do our thing. thumbs up, entertaining throughout. In 23, I got 26th. Wah. Last year, I got 15th. This year, I want to stand on the podium.
My focus this year, this season, is not just make it back to the games or become another name on the leaderboard or the roster. My goal is to give my everything into training and continue to push failure and continue to push limits here. So once I get to the games, I get to show up, and I get to show up in a way that people have never seen me compete before.
I see people say this, right, where they're like, as long as I'm having fun, right? And I'm like, no, you're not sacrificing all these things. Time with people, like going out, doing this, like missing people's weddings, missing like all these life events. Like you're not doing that, oh, just because it's fun, but you're doing it because you're competitive and you do want to be the best.
I don't want to just show up and just be happy to be there. I think a lot of people think that sometimes when Fee competes, she's just happy to be there. I want people to know that I'm here and I'm here to fight. And I've always been a fighter, but something about this year, I want people to truly know that Fee gets fired up the most when she has a big fight to fight on her own.
I think if we do it right, if we do it smart, and I show up to the games not the way I showed up the past couple years, then we can go in ready to kill. The ultimate goal would be to be the fittest and to win the CrossFit Games.
I'm gonna be fighting to be and show that I'm at my fittest I've ever been, but Fee's not here to just get cut and go home. She's here to sing.